Hello, my student, class 7. Today I want to start with the chapter 27, Mahatma Gandhi's School Days 1. Mahatma Gandhi, all of us we know, is our father of the nation. Okay. Now, I must have been about 7 when my father left Porobandar for Rajkot to become a member of the Rajasthani court. Now, Mahatma Gandhi's father, he left Porobandar, where they used to stay now, and they went to Rajkot to become a member of the Rajasthani court. There I was put into a primary school. As Mahatma Gandhi in his childhood he was shifted to Rajkot. There he was put into a primary school, and I can well recollect those days. He could recollect the memory of those days, including the names and other particulars, of the teachers who taught me. He could recollect the names and the other particulars of the teachers who used to teach him. As at Porobandar, so here there is hardly anything to note about my studies. Now, there is no such remarkable thing to note about his studies. I could only have been a mediocre student. Mahatma Gandhi admitted that he was a student of very ordinary standard. From this school, I went to the suburban school and thence to the high school. After that, he went to the middle school and then to the high school. Having already reached my 12th year, he reached his 12th year. I do not remember having ever told a lie during this short period. Mahatma Gandhi, as a child, during his adolescence period, he did never tell a lie. He could never remember of anything of telling a lie during this period. Now, I used to be very shy and avoided all company. He was very shy in nature and used to avoid all company. My books and my lessons were my sole companions. Mahatma Gandhi's during his childhood, his only companions was his books and his lessons. To be at school at the stroke of the hour and to return home as soon as the school closed. He used to return home when the school was closed. That was my daily habit. It was his daily habit. Now, I literally ran back because I could not bear to talk to anybody when the school was closed, when the school was over. Rather, it was proper that when the school start and when it was over, at the time of the last bell, as soon as the last bell rang, he used to come to his home just by running, because he liked to avoid to talk to anyone. I was afraid lest anyone should poke fun at me, and he did not like to anyone to interfere into his what he was doing, like that. There is an incident which occurred at the examination during my first year at the high school, and which is worth recording. Now, one important thing happened during his first year when he was at the high school. Mr. Gills, the educational inspector, the name of that educational inspector was Mr. Gills. He came to visit for inspection. He had set us 5 words. He gave 5 words to write as the spelling exercise. One of the words was kettle. Now, I had misspelled it. Mahatma Gandhi misspelled it. Now, the teacher tried to prompt me with the point of his boot, but I would not be prompted. The teacher wanted to prompt it, but he did not listen it. Mahatma Gandhi did not listen to the prompt of the teacher. It was beyond me to see that he wanted me to copy the spelling from my neighbor's slate. The teacher wanted to show the inspector that Mahatma Gandhi could write the right spelling. That's why he asked to copy it from his neighboring friend, for I had thought that the teacher was there to supervise us against copying. The result was that all the boys except myself were found to have spelled every word correctly. Mahatma Gandhi did not copy it from others' copies. That's why all the other students wrote every word correctly, but he could not. Only I had been stupid. Mahatma Gandhi admitted that he was very stupid at that time. The teacher tried later to bring this stupidity home to me, but without effect. I never learned the art of copying. Mahatma Gandhi did not learn the art of copying from the other copies. Yet the incident did not in the least diminish my respect for my teacher, though the teacher asked him to copy it from the neighbor's copy, but he did not do it. But Mahatma Gandhi's respect for the teacher did not diminish. He respected his teacher very much. I was by nature blind to the faults of elders. Mahatma Gandhi always respected the elders, and he was blind to the fault of the teachers. And not only teachers, all the elders. Later I came to know of many other failings of this teacher, but my respect to him remained the same, for I had learned to carry out the orders of elders, not to scan their actions. Mahatma Gandhi had a habit to carry on the order of the elders, not to find the fault of that any elders. So later on he came to realize that many fault of that particular teachers, but he had full respect for that teacher. Okay, my student, today up till this, next day I will finish the remaining chapter of this Mahatma Gandhi School Days 1. Then there is another chapter, that is chapter 28, Mahatma Gandhi School Days 2. Okay, today up till this, thank you very much.